This girl is
what?
a boy.
Oh, what? You guys didn't know? Heck, I knew that right off the bat. Now let's ride this wave of excitement back to the courtroom and get back to the trial. Ahem. I do apologize for keeping you waiting. Now then, let's resume the class trial. We've all just learned of the shocking revelation that Chihiro was actually a boy.
Not something I saw coming.
Let's pick up from there.
Yes, well, I don't know his reason for hiding it, but the fact is, Chihiro was not a girl, but a boy.
Yes. I think that Chihiro was actually a guy. That never even crossed my mind. Same.
And because the victim was male, he would have had no problem gaining access to the boys' locker room.
Assuming his handbook did, in fact, list his gender as male,
He's
then
getting
yes,
nervous.
that
You
would
can
be
see
true.
a little sweat on his character model. Not the one on the left, the one in the middle.
Of course his handbook said he was a boy. He dressed like a girl, but he was a boy through and through.
Which might be why he never wanted to swim where... He never wanted to do things with anyone else.
So then, there should be no issue with Makoto's initial assertion. The victim was killed in the boys' locker room, and was then later moved to the girls' locker room. And the killer could have easily used Sayaka or Junko's handbook to get into the girls' locker room.
Yeah.
So Chihiro really was killed in the
Yeah.
boys' locker room?
I still don't understand the motive for moving the body, but yes, that does seem plausible.
Sounds good to me.
Well, I must admit, I did find it
Getting
rather
sweaty.
odd. I knew he felt a little off. There was a certain incongruity to his female body.
This is the most titillating situation!
So now everything has been connected. All the mysteries have finally become clear.
Okay, well, connected or clear or whatever. We still think you're the killer, remember?
Very interesting. This has become very interesting indeed.
Yes, it has.
He's off in his own little world.
Yes, he is.
What about you, Makoto? After everything we've learned, do you still think Byakuya's the killer?
Yes.
Well, without a doubt, Byakuya is the one that made Chihiro's death look like Genocide Jack did it. But I think he might not actually
Then who
be
would
the
be?
killer after all.
What? But aren't you the one who accused him in the first place?
He just seems to be too easygoing about all this. Like he's enjoying us solving the mystery. The way he's acting, it makes it
But then
seem
who
like
would
it
be
doesn't
the
have
killer?
anything to do with him.
And you think that might be because it doesn't have anything to do with him?
Plus, the evidence he left behind was a little too... how can I put it? Overt. He consciously chose to use the extension cord, knowing it could connect him to the murder. At least, that's how I see it. And Byakuya, when you found out the murder took place in the boys' locker room, it seemed to rattle you. And then again when you found out Chihiro was actually a guy. If you really were the killer, that stuff wouldn't have had any effect on you.
So someone else killed Chihiro, and then Byakuya helped them arrange the body? I don't know.
So that's your thinking, huh? Well, it bothers me that you don't have more concrete reasons, but it's fine. I guess I'll mark it as correct for the time being.
Dude, shut up.
Mark it as correct?
He's right. I am not the culprit. I just happened to come across the corpse in the girls' locker room and decided to alter it.
How did you get into the girls' locker room?
You fucking with us right now?
No, I am not effing with you right now. I'm telling you the truth.
Well, I find it very hard to believe.
Now I have no idea.
Go ahead. Find it very hard to believe. You're free to be executed along with the rest of us.
If you're really telling the truth, then why? Why do you do that to his body?
My reasons hardly matter right now. Uncovering the culprit is much more important, wouldn't you say?
Dude, just why do you?
Now then, if it wasn't me, who was it?
I don't know.
Well, I don't think I can say for sure without talking about it a little more.
You're seriously gonna keep going?
We're all good, aren't we? I thought it was clear Byakuya.
You sound a little nervous. You're worth suspicion.
No, I'm with Makoto. If there's any doubt whatsoever, we need to explore every possibility. Because if we're wrong, we all die here.
That's true. Very well then. I'm with you too.
Damn straight. Count me in.
That's-
Do you not have a mind of your own?
Of course I do. What am I, an ant or something?
Anyway, let's discuss this all as a group one more time. We still have time to make our decision.
Yes.
That's very true.
Our lives are all on the line.
Excellent. Then shall we resume our game of hide and seek?
Who's the killer? If Byakuya didn't do it, who's the real killer? Who murdered Chihiro? There's one thing we can be sure that we know about the killer. The killer was able to gain access to the real murder scene, which means the killer is a guy.
I got it!
So what? That's Mondo, Hiro, Taka, myself, Hifumi. Isn't that everyone? The house handbook is apparently broken. The killer would have had to use her own. Another would have had to been the guy. Let's not enough. I need to find more clues. Oh no. Celeste's account. Okay, that's what I'm using.
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Well, clues are one thing, but did nobody get a look at the killer?
I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they would have said something by now.
Yes.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point. And that might be enough for now.
Celeste did.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
How about this? Oh, nope, not that. Come on, Makoto, don't scare me like that. Makes me think something weird is going on.
Shoot!
Okay, so not that.
So long.
Game over, man. Game
You want to know
over.
who saw the victim? The killer. And only the killer.
No. Celeste did.
No, it's wrong! I believe someone else did see the victim before he was murdered. What do you think, Celeste?
It's so weird to be thinking of Chihiro and he in the same sentence.
Now that you mention it, yes. I did see him.
Really?
Oh, but I suppose only Makoto knows about
The way
this.
she says Makoto is.
The rest of you had no idea, did you? That is why you're all making such ugly noises.
Whatever! Just hurry up and tell us!
It was last night, right before nighttime. I saw Chihiro in the dormitory warehouse.
Yeah.
I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag. And then, I assume, he headed off to exercise.
A track jacket and a duffel bag. But we didn't find anything like that at the murder scene.
It seems likely that the culprit destroyed them to get rid of any evidence.
And that is when he said something that struck me as rather
I don't think I heard about this before. I'm kind of in a hurry.
Chihiro told me he was in a hurry. But why would he be in a
Yeah.
hurry? Only if someone were waiting for him, I should think.
So, Mr. Fujisaki was on his way to meet with someone, and then they were going to work out together?
But Hina and I had invited him to exercise with us plenty of times, and he always declined.
Probably because he was afraid you'd find out the
That's what I was
secret he was
thinking.
hiding, right?
Which means that conversely, he must have trusted whoever he was meeting with very much.
Yeah.
Enough so that he was willing to risk his secret being revealed.
What a marvelous friendship!
The point is, whoever he met up with is the culprit, right? So we just gotta figure out who it was.
Mondo, perhaps?
Knowing what we know, I can't even guess.
No. You already have what you need to make the connection.
Huh?
You know who the killer is.
It couldn't possibly be. Is it Mondo?
Seriously? Who is it? Who's the killer?
Think back to the track jacket and duffel bag the killer disposed of. Focus on the details of these items, and it should become obvious who was waiting for him.
Are you sure?
I don't see how it's obvious.
You really think we can figure out who did it based on two pieces of evidence that we don't have?
What? You want to track down some fingerprints or something?
Even if we had the equipment for that, we wouldn't know how to use it.
As was noted, the evidence is already gone. There's nothing to get fingerprints from.
Maybe, but we can make certain inferences if we just take the time to talk it out.
Not sure where this is going.
Easy for you to say, but fine. Celeste, did you notice anything special about the bag or jacket? The bag was just a normal duffel bag from the warehouse. All the bags in there are the same, so I can't imagine what would make that one special.
Well, if I remember right, there was a decent variety of tracksuits to choose from. Do you think there might be some connection between the culprit and Chihiro's jacket?
Chihiro?
Let's explore that and talk a bit more about the jacket he took.
Does Chihiro's jacket really hold some clue about the killer? Somehow, it's really hard to believe. Oh no. I have no idea what I'm doing now. Celeste's account. Still that?
First of all, we know where Chihiro was
I'm
headed.
going to...
He was on his way to go exercise.
Yes.
So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
I doubt that.
What you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
I don't even have a tracksuit. Cause exercising sucks.
I have a white tracksuit personally. I got it from the warehouse, if you must know.
Did any of that really
No,
help us
I have
get
no
any
idea
closer
what I'm supposed to be
figuring
looking
out
for.
Who the culprit is?
No way. Not a chance.
You heard him, right? What he just said without even realizing it?
No, I didn't, Kyoko. Wait, who just said? Because there's a lot of people that were talking. How did he know something like that? How did who know
We
what?
know where Chihiro was headed.
I'm
He
gonna
was on his way to go exercise.
I'm
So
going to
next
try
we have to ask,
Hero's thing when he said
why did he choose
from the
the
warehouse.
specific
That
tracksuit
seems
he
important.
did?
I have a white tracksuit personally.
Oh no, wrong one. Damn it. I went too early. Frickin' heck, do I have to sit through all this again?
The killer was wearing the same blue
What if it's this?
tracksuit as him?
We never heard anything about the tracksuit being blue. I didn't think of that, but that is...
Hold on a second, Mondo.
Yeah.
What did you just say?
Huh? What'd I say?
When Celeste testified a few minutes ago, she said,
I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag. And then I assumed he headed off to exercise.
she never said anything about the jacket's color. So why did you say Chihiro's blue tracksuit?
What are you just...
Hey, Celeste, what color was Chihiro's tracksuit?
As a matter of fact, it was blue.
Yeah.
And before we began the trial, did you tell anyone that?
The only one I told about any of this was you.
Then, Mondo, how did you know what color Chihiro's tracksuit was?
Because I'm sure he saw the clothes at some point in the investigation.
No, that can't be it. The bag and clothes were surely disposed of by the time we began our investigation.
This is going on for a long time.
Then the only reason he could have known what color the tracksuit was is if he saw Cherry with it before he died. That's the only possibility. Cherry? Are you talking about Chihiro?
Yeah.
So, how about it? Did you see the tracksuit or didn't you?
Just by chance. I just happened to see it last night. He walked past me, and he was carrying the tracksuit in his hands.
No, that can't be it either. According to
It was in the
Celeste's
duffel
testimony,
bag. Sorry. Stuffed the jacket into a bag in a hurry, almost like she was trying to hide it. And then, just like that, she was gone.
when Celeste noticed it, Chihiro made a point of making sure the jacket was completely in the bag.
Yes.
If you just ran into him briefly, you couldn't possibly have seen what color the tracksuit
Yes.
was.
Yeah.
It would appear you've dug your own grave.
Yeah.
Perhaps. But you handed him the shovel, didn't you? That's why you said what you did. Focus on the tracksuit and it'll be obvious who he met with? What a bunch of nonsense.
Ah, now I understand. It was all one big bluff, wasn't it?
Yeah, the tracksuit had nothing to do
Your
with it.
true intention was to draw
And
a
she
slip
did
of the
just
tongue
that.
from the culprit. That's why you said you knew who did it, to put them on edge.
Yep.
That's right. However, Mondo was my target all along. I had my suspicions about him from the very beginning.
Did you?
But why? What made you so suspicious?
That's a good question.
The way he was acting,
There was a certain turning point that tipped me off.
which is when he tried to be nice.
Maybe you didn't notice it, Mondo, but you tend to refer to men and
And
women
he called
differently.
her a dude. I noticed that, but I
You
didn't
only
think about
call
it.
guys dude. For girls, it's chick.
But I didn't think about it, but I did notice that.
And after he was killed, you happened to refer to him as dude. Once I picked up on that, it occurred to me that Mondo knew something we didn't.
I noticed that too, actually.
You notice such a tiny detail?
Are you a witch? She's a witch! You're positively frightful!
No, I'm not the frightful one. Not nearly as frightful as someone capable of murdering a friend.
Who he'd promised to keep safe.
Mondo, was it really you?
Yeah.
Did you really kill Chihiro?
I didn't kill anyone! You've been all over me, judging everything I say, putting words in my mouth. What gives you the right to treat me like a goddamn criminal?
Yeah, he would never do something like that. This is a false accusation.
Taka, shut up.
It's true. My reasoning on that is pretty shaky.
That was fast.
Well, this does present us with a
We are.
problem.
I have no
It
idea.
seems we are all out of leads.
My time has
Hifumi,
nearly come.
what are you gonna say?
That's what my little ghost friend is telling me.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Hifumi, weren't you telling me
I
you
totally
found
forgot
some
about that.
evidence?
Really? What kind of evidence?
Actually, now that I'm thinking about it here calmly, it might not be all that relevant.
Say it anyway, we've got nothing else.
Jeez, does your confidence just get up and walk away? It's fine, man. Just tell us.
If you really insist, then, here it is.
Is it Chihiro's e-handbook?
What do you have there?
It happens to be an e-handbook. I found it laying on the ground, so I scooped it up.
You found it on the ground, right? Then it must belong to Chihiro.
I got it! We know Chihiro's handbook was missing from the scene of the crime, right?
For a fact.
For a fact indeed. I was totally sure I'd found it.
Then it must hold some clue about the culprit, right?
Well, that's what I was hoping. But it's busted. It won't even turn on.
I imagine the culprit broke it to get rid of any evidence after the murder.
That sounds about right.
Odd. I didn't think the handbooks were quite so fragile.
You're right. They're not. They're totally waterproof and shock resistant. It would take an awful lot to break one.
And yet, this one does appear to be broken, as is Leon's, sitting useless in the main hall. For all your confidence, that is a remarkably high failure rate.
It is.
Do you think there might be some kind of mystery in there somewhere?
Yes.
How precisely did the handbooks get broken?
People using them got killed by hitting its weak point.
I got it! You already told us before that the handbook has one weak point, didn't you?
You remember that?
Yeah, I did too.
Sure, maybe I let that slip, but I never told anyone what the weak point actually was.
Give me a moment again. I'm not. This is another odd pause, but I need to go do something. Sorry, a lot of cuts, but this episode is taking forever, so I don't feel too bad about having to take an occasional break to go do something. So I'll be right back, like I said. Alright, I'm back for a moment, but I might have to cut in and out a little bit. I'm in touch with a couple people. I'm kind of being a go-between through text messaging. So I might have to be in and out while I pass on information. So I'm apologizing for that right now.
But if the handbook is supposed to never break, and two of them broke in quick succession, then
then we can only assume that someone's figured out its weakness. You know what the weakness is, right, Monokuma? So, what is it?
You're asking me?
Yes.
I think it's a necessary piece of information if
I
you
think
want
it
this
is
to be a
too.
fair trial.
But if I tell you and someone else decides to copy it, that would be very...
Just tell us already! Why would we want to break our own handbooks?
That is a good question.
Oh well, I have a weakness for pushy demands. But you're sure you won't follow their example?
Yeah.
Then allow me to make a special announcement. The weak point of my cutting-edge e-handbook is... when it's exposed to high temperatures for too long, it will suffer a meltdown and totally break!
I flippin' knew it!
You knew it?
Yeah, because I found the handbook laying on the floor of the sauna.
So it's Mondo's.
The temperature in the sauna can reach over 200 degrees. Strange how you don't get burnt, huh? It's because as your sweat evaporates, it creates a cooling layer of air around your skin.
How did this just become a anatomy and physiology lesson?
If the hot air of the sauna were somehow pushed directly onto your skin, you'd definitely get fried. That layer of air would get blown away. That's why you may feel a burning when you move around. So when you're in a sauna, make sure to keep nice and still.
Interesting.
Yeah, same here. I'd have to confirm it because it's a video game. You can't trust anything from a video game word for word, but that's interesting.
That is a mere trifling speck of knowledge.
Anyway, if you found the victim's handbook in the sauna, then the killer must have been purposely trying to raise its temperature in order to break it.
Meaning the culprit somehow knew its weakness.
Give me a moment. Again, sorry guys. Once again, I'm sorry about all these breaks and cuts, but they're probably not super obvious to you, and because I'll take them out and it'll just be straight from me saying, give me a moment, to whatever I say when I get back.
But how'd they find out? Monokuma said he didn't tell anyone, right?
Indeed. Quite the mystery.
What if they found out by accident?
What do you mean by accident?
What if the killer took their own handbook into the sauna,
Mondo.
not knowing its weakness, and it
Who
broke?
wore all his clothes
They'd
during the
realize
sauna.
it was broken, of course, and it wouldn't be hard to figure out why. And once they had Chihiro's handbook, they knew they had an easy way to dispose of it.
I won't say it's not possible,
Mondo,
but who would have done something like that?
Taka.
I don't know of anyone who took their handbook into the sauna.
I might know someone who
Yeah.
did.
Because Mondo kept all his clothes on.
I think the one who may have taken their handbook into the sauna was...
Yeah. Broke all their clothes in the sauna. It was... Nope, not this way. I went the wrong way to get there quickly.
Here's my answer. Mondo, your handbook got broken in the sauna, didn't it?
What? Why? Why do you keep accusing him?
Mondo and Taka had an endurance contest in the sauna not too long ago, remember?
Yep. That was last video, right? Or was it the video
And
before
for
that?
the contest, Mondo just so happened to keep his school uniform on. But little did he realize, he'd also left his handbook in one of his uniform pockets.
Which makes sense.
And when it was all over, Mondo discovered that taking your handbook into the sauna could easily destroy it.
No, wait, hold on. You've got it all wrong. He would never kill. I don't accept this. Show me the proof. The actual solid proof.
I don't know. I don't want to believe it either, but I found something that proves it beyond a shadow of a doubt. Did you? Because I don't know of anything. Broken e-handbook, Chihiro's handbook, and the e-handbook, and the card reader.
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is
Haven't seen a
actually
weak point
broken,
yet.
then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
Oops, I missed.
See? Look! Makoto was wrong after all.
No, I don't think
Mondo
so.
wouldn't hurt a fly.
Shimon's handbook broke when the song was showdown. If I can prove that, then that will show that the handbook Mondo has must actually be
Let's test Makoto's assertion.
Chihiro's?
If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
Oh, I hit the wrong button again. Frickin' heck, I missed.
See?
No, it's the
Look!
broken one then.
Makoto was wrong after all. Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly.
Is Mondo carrying around Leon's handbook? Because we assumed it was Leon when we saw a handbook that didn't work. But there was no name, so he could have.
Test Makoto's
He could be.
assertion.
Mondo could be carrying around
If what he
Leon.
says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Alright.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
Does it? Because we don't know where Leon's handbook is. And we know there's a broken handbook in the
Mondo,
mailbox.
the handbook you have right now, is it really yours?
The fuck is that supposed to mean?
The broken handbook that was in the main
Yeah.
hall, isn't that one actually yours?
What the heck are you talking about?
You'd have Leon's.
What I mean is, I think Mondo swapped his handbook out for one that actually
Which
works.
would make a lot of sense.
I think he took Leon's handbook and replaced it with his own. After all, Monokuma said himself that Leon's handbook never should have broken.
That's right! The punishment it suffered wasn't nearly enough to destroy it.
Yeah.
So then, the broken handbook in the main hall is actually Mondo's,
Yep.
which would mean that the handbook Mondo has right now is actually Leon's, yes?
Yes.
But doesn't that violate the school regulation that says loaning out your handbook is prohibited?
Well, we talked about this. You can
Well,
steal it.
Here's how I look at it. There is a rule about loaning your handbook to another student, but if they're dead, they're not a student. It's kind of a gray area, I admit. But no worries. If anything, it just makes things more interesting.
True, because now that's something else.
As such, I decree that exchanging handbooks with a corpse is not a violation of the rules.
Well, Mondo, if I'm wrong about this, you're welcome to say so. I'm happy to admit I made a mistake, but
Son of a bitch. What's wrong, bro? Come on, tell him he's wrong. You are wrong. You have to be wrong. Everything you just said is wrong. You made it all up.
okay. Then why don't we look back on this case
This is,
one
part,
more
is
time?
this the part where we
from the
assemble
beginning?
it as a comic
That
book?
way, everything will become clear, and we'll all see if I was right or wrong.
Because I had trouble with this last time. Yeah. Okay, so Chihiro gets that. She sees Celeste. They talk. She makes it extremely clear. Okay, there we go. I just need to drag. She shoves it in. Later. Chihiro enters the boys' bathroom. Or locker room, not bathroom. She meets Mondo. They talk. They lift the dumbbell. Bash her head in with it. They switch the carpets. Okay, let's go with what we know only for certain. Okay, so by this point, those two had been... So Byakuya goes in, he gets the rope, he suspends it, he makes it look like it's a genocide jack killing. But the handbook falls out. I'm not sure what's going on anymore. Someone would have picked it up. Oh no, not that one. Where'd it go? This one. Oh wait, when we go back over here to the girls' locker room, this is where he starts. Oh, is that it? I'm gonna try to reenact. I'm not sure if this is correct.
Here's exactly what happened. First, let's take a look back to before the incident.
I'm fairly certain I got all this right.
Last night, Celeste saw Chihiro in the warehouse, correct? At the time, she was apparently stuffing something into a duffel bag.
But Celeste noticed.
That something was a blue tracksuit. You can confirm this, right, Celeste? With bag in hand, Chihiro headed out, even though it was officially nighttime. She made her way to the locker room, specifically the boys' locker room. But how could the victim, who was apparently a girl, access the boys'
Because
locker room?
she's really a boy, we know that.
Simple, because she was really a he, which is why he was able to use his own e-handbook to gain entrance to the boys' locker room. Once inside, he met with someone there, and the person he met was the one who killed him. It seems likely that the killer grabbed the nearby dumbbell, approached the unsuspecting Chihiro, and attacked him.
No, I didn't lay out the reasoning, right? Okay. So I'm right there. These are all... Everything was good up until that point. Do I put the bloodied... maybe that's where I put the bloodied... here. And I put that over here because it shows details of blood all over the place. So if I put blood here... Someone comes in... Okay, so now he starts taking down everything. Taking it. He puts up the new poster. And he leaves it there. Now, Byakuya comes in, sees it. Hangs her up. Not this one. This one. Now it's all set. Let's try this.
The killer is you! And attacked him.
Yeah, blood went everywhere.
And that's where the bloodstains on the poster and carpeting in the boys' locker room came from.
Guess we're making progress.
It was likely in the heat of the moment. The body was arranged, but the murder itself felt unplanned. Which is why the killer hurried to try and hide the act. First, pulling up the bloodstained carpet.
Makes sense.
Then, removing the bloody poster. And finally carrying the corpse into the girls' locker room. A girl's handbook was necessary to get into the locker room, of course, but this alone doesn't prove that the killer was necessarily a girl. After all, Sayaka and Junko's handbooks had been placed in the main hall. Using one of those, a boy could get into the girls' locker room without much problem.
Yep.
And that's exactly how the killer did it. With the carpet and the poster they brought with them, they got to work. they changed the layout of the boys' and girls' locker room in what you might call a crime scene switch.
And Byakuya found it.
That could have been the end of things, but no. Byakuya discovered the body and decided to intervene in the situation.
No particular
making things
reason.
even more complicated. So, after stumbling on the crime scene, he went and grabbed the extension cord from the library, and then he got to work. He used the cord to string up Chihiro's lifeless body. Then, using the victim's own blood, he left a grisly message there at the scene of the crime.
Yep.
He wanted to create the illusion that genocide...
Nope, didn't lay out the reason correctly. Okay, but we've made a lot of progress, so... what else do we have? So what if these two are swapped? Let's try that.
Here's exactly what happened.
Nope. Fail. I don't think this one has anything. Oh, they tossed it into the sauna.
Here's exactly what happened.
Yes.
And around the same time that Byakuya was putting together this facade, the killer, having already disposed of Chihiro's bag and other belongings, arrived at the sauna. There, they planned to destroy the last piece of evidence, Chihiro's handbook. And just as the killer expected, the steamy sauna was enough to ruin the electronic gadget.
Yep.
Somehow, the killer knew that the handbook couldn't stand up to the heat of the sauna. And the reason they knew that is because the sauna had already wrecked their own handbook.
Is that right, Mondo?
And that's how it all played out.
Yep.
Isn't that right, Mondo Owada?
Wait. No. This can't be right. Where's your evidence? Yeah. Where's your
I think
evidence?
I just presented it.
You need evidence.
I just
You
presented
need
all
proof.
that.
Without any proof, you can't pin any of this on him.
I'd already reviewed the supplement track. Some show where Mondo's handbook is right now. Once you do that, everything will become clear. A new element has been added to bullet time battles. Yes, because I sucked at bullet time battles. Fever time and Nega time. Oh no. If you press the space key, Fever time will activate and the tempo will be forced to its max. At this point, even if you push the buttons at random, you won't miss. So you can push right mouse button, left mouse button, right mouse button, whatever. However you want to destroy the opponent's ruby salt. This will only last until your focus gauge run out, so make the best possible use of your time. Of course, it would be fair if only you got to access special time, right? So you've also prepared something called Nega time that your opponent can use. If your opponent activates Nega time during the bullet time battle, your tempo marker will disappear, making it quite a bit tougher to hit the buttons in rhythm. If you would activate a fever time at this point, no, never mind, I'm sure nothing would happen. I don't know what I was worried about. Unsurprisingly, if your action difficulty is set to gentle, the opponent won't use Nega time. Well then, good luck and have fun. So I'm not gonna worry about using whatever they call it, hyper time, speed time. I'm only gonna use that to counter if they activate Nega time. It's been a bit since I did this though.
Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False. Show me some evidence. I won't listen. False. I refuse to vote. Show me some evidence.
I could.
You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False. Show me some evidence. I won't listen. False. You're corrupt. I refuse to vote. I refute you. False.
Lose. Damn it. I'm not good at these yet. No one wants to hear what I have to say. Uh-oh, have you already come to the end of the debate? Yeah, this is all the same. God damn it.
Is
No. Yes, I want to give it another shot. I wonder what happens if I hit no one of these days. I'll have to try that. The element has been added. Yee. I'll read it one more time. Fever time. Fever time will activate and the temple will be forced to dismiss. Even if I push the buttons at random, I won't miss. But there's only lessons until your focus gauge runs out. Of course, it wouldn't be fair if only you. So, Nega time. Your tempo marker will disappear, making it quite a bit tougher. So I have to activate Fever time if he activates Nega time. Alright, Kiyotaka, I'm not sure why I'm fighting you when I have to be fighting Mondo, but I suppose you're defending Mondo, so...
Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False. Show me some evidence. I won't listen. False. I refuse to vote. Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False.
I activated Fever time because it seemed like Nega time had been activated.
I won't listen. False.
Final strike.
Show me some evidence.
But I do have proof because the broken E-handbook that was supposedly that we thought was Leon's. Like I never seemed to clear one of these bullet time battles on the first try.
If my thinking so far is right, Mondo must have replaced his broken handbook with Leon's. In which case, we can just check each of our handbooks right now. Once we do that, we'll...
We don't gotta do that.
Thank you, Mondo.
Huh?
Yeah. Yeah. I did it. I killed him.
A confession. I did pretty good, right up until the last one. But that's the normal. Got 77 monocoins.
Bro, what are you saying?
Sorry, Taka.
I got no choice, man. After hearing all that, I gotta just... give up. Go ahead, Monokuma.
What's he gonna do? Get run over by motorcycles?
Ask for the goddamn verdict.
Roger that.
Wait! Hold on!
No waiting, no holding on. Time for the moment we've all been waiting for. Grab your lever and give it a yank! Who will you elect as the Blackened this time around? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Vote. Mondo Owada. And of course he already confessed, so we...
What?
Uh-oh. This time it looks like you got it right again. Yes, it is so. The Blackened that killed Chihiro Fujisaki was Mondo Owada! In case you're wondering, the vote was not unanimous. Kiyotaka chose the wrong answer. You're treading very close to the danger zone, Mr. Ichimaru. You need to be more careful. I refuse to believe it. There's no way he would kill someone.
Sorry.
What
Why
is
are you
this?
apologizing? Why? Why did you do it?
Now then.
Looks like Mondo's taken a vow of silence, so allow me to explain on his behalf. The story of the murder this time is the sad story of two men. But for anyone who doesn't really want to hear it, you can hit the control key to fast forward the text. Anyway, there was once a young boy. His name was Chihiro Fujisaki. He had an extreme inferiority complex regarding his own lack of strength. You're so weak, even though you're a boy. He'd heard things like that as long as he could remember, and he couldn't overcome his weakness. On the contrary, he tried to hide and buried himself further and further into that weakness. To take on the fragile form of a petite young girl. He had chosen that as his way out. Now, nobody will be able to say anything about even though you're a boy. But no matter how tightly he wrapped himself up in that shell, the inferiority complex had already taken root deep inside of him and was not so easily weeded out. As it turned out, the shell was completely empty. The complex didn't disappear. Instead, it only grew stronger and stronger.
Weak, 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 weak.
Once the killing game had begun here at the school, he had no choice but to accept this fact. After all, this world is survival of the fittest. If you are not strong, you don't survive. Then the lovely and hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets, which of course included Chihiro's embarrassing secret, which I was more than willing to divulge. I could not say divulge there. Even though he dresses like a girl, Chihiro is actually a boy.
Hey!
And that was something Chihiro couldn't let anyone find out, no matter the cause. That was revealed, it would be the end. The hardened shell would crack, the armor would fall away. Without a doubt, those around him would torture him more than ever before. Everyone figured being thrust into such a dilemma must have sent him spiraling into despair. And yet...
I'm sorry. But...
Annoyingly, he used the threat of discovery to motivate himself to become stronger.
That's
Here's
right.
my chance.
I want to
Get
change.
strong enough, strong enough that when someone says, even though you're a boy, I'll be okay. I'll get better. With that thought at the front of his mind, he resolved to take immediate action. And so, that day he made the commitment to begin exercising. He was prepared to retrain his mind and body. But sadly, that would be the first and only chance he would get at it.
Hey!
He decided to start exercising. He thought it would be good to ask for someone's help. But he wanted to tell that person his secret first, and then ask them to help from there. The person he went to,
Yeah,
it was
that's
me. Yep, it sure was. The biker gang fella had been painfully clear about how important his manly promises were, so Chihiro probably figured that even if he confided in Mondo, his honor would make him keep the secret. Plus, Mr. Macho Mondo was the very symbol of a strong man that Chihiro had always aspired to. Maybe talking to Mondo about it. Maybe I did that in Monokuma's voice. Nope. Maybe talking to Mondo about it will help give me some courage. So he went and asked Mondo to help him become strong. That was his aspiration, and he thought that only with Mondo's support would he ever be able to come close to that.
Correct.
And that must be why Mondo did what he did, to keep the promise he'd made to Chihiro. What he did? I mean, that's why Mondo carried Chihiro from the boys' locker room into the girls' locker room? That's
Indeed.
exactly what I mean. Wasn't that to cover up what he'd done? That could have been part of it, but I don't think that was the main reason. The real purpose was to keep the promise between men he'd made to Chihiro. But how does moving the body keep his secret? Because if everyone knew he'd been killed in the boys' locker room, then everyone would have been arguing about how she got into the boys' locker room, right? Once that started up, at least a few of us would have immediately begun to suspect his identity. So, he tried to protect Chihiro's secret by putting him in the girls' locker room and stealing his handbook. See? Then Mondo did all that to keep the promise he'd made to Chihiro, who he'd also killed? Why would he do that? The more I hear you talk, the more I don't understand. I mean, you guys trusted each other, right? So why? Why did you... Because no matter what, I didn't want anyone to know.
I
So
knew
that's what
it.
triggered it after all. Possibility of having your embarrassing memories and secrets exposed. That's a
what is
Nothing
this?
could have been that bad. Something you didn't want anyone to know, even if it meant killing someone? It's impossible!
Don't make me
I
repeat
repeat myself. To judge others by your own standard is the height of folly. Even if you can't comprehend it, he obviously can. That's all there is to it. Well, while we're on the subject, why don't I tell you? That embarrassing memory, that secret he didn't want anyone to know.
Hey!
You know what Mondo did? He killed his own brother! Mondo, the ultimate biker gang leader, makes all the hoodlums and riffraff across the country tremble. The only reason he had the chance to join a gang in the first place was because of a certain someone. Mondo's elder brother's name was Daya Owada. Mondo had nothing but respect for him. It was because of Daya that Mondo ever got on a motorcycle. Mondo's brother was his only family growing up, he was the only one Mondo could trust or respect. He wanted to measure up to his big brother, so he imitated him in everything he did. Mondo was the epitome of the starry-eyed kid brother. Meanwhile, the charismatic older brother had put together a local motorcycle gang, and before anyone knew it, had grown into the biggest biker gang in the country. Daya, the older brother, #1 in the gang, and his #2, his younger brother Mondo. In the beginning, everything was peaches and gravy. But when Mondo started to think about how he would have to take over the gang from his brother someday, his brother's greatness, his reputation began to maw on Mondo's very soul. The kid's gonna take over for Daya, huh? Daya created this gang with his bare hands. Mondo's just along for the ride. Could someone like that really be our leader? All that'd do is make the gang look bad. Almost every day, Mondo heard the gossip and whispers of the other members of the gang, which is why
I
I gotta get stronger than Daya. Just one time. No matter what, I gotta win.
don't fuck with me.
Don't care what it takes, I gotta come out on top. On the night of his amazing brother's retirement ceremony, Mondo challenged him to a street race. Give me a moment again, sorry. But during the race, tragedy struck. The kid brother pushed ahead with reckless abandon, eager for victory, and dashed into oncoming traffic. But suddenly, laying in his kid brother's arms, the older brother delivered his final words. My bad, kid. I fucked up. Sorry. Of course he knew it was his brother's fault, but Daya never blamed him for what happened. Hey kid, the rest is up to you. No matter what, you gotta keep the gang together, because it's the team you and me put together. It's a promise between men. He decided to hide the truth of what happened to everyone else in the gang, in order to keep the gang together, and to keep the promise to his brother. He could never admit to anyone it was his own weakness that had caused the accident, and as a result, the team was made even stronger under the banner of the kid who bested his big brother. Daya was gonna lose to his kid brother, so he got stupid and got himself killed. That became the explanation for what happened. Mondo's lie became the truth. He wanted to lead the team so bad, he was willing to tell all kinds of lies about his brother.
I just...
Strong. Strong. And yet, as soon as our killing game began, he realized, no matter how tough he began to be pretended to be, he was just another weakling that could die in an instant. And then the hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets. At that point, it was clear I would have no problem shedding light on his secret. Mondo killed his own older brother. No matter what, I couldn't let the other gang members find out. If that happened, everything would have been ruined. Everything me and my brother had worked to create would have been destroyed. His death, all the guilt I'd been carrying around, it all would have been for nothing. So that's why Mondo, after I saw what Monokuma had on me, my head filled up with a kind of fuzzy uneasiness and just started swirling around. I'd never felt anything like it before. I didn't know what to do about it. I wasn't sure what to think or say, but after a while, that fuzzy uneasiness turned itself into a rock-hard lump of anxiety way down in my stomach. And it was right around then that Chihiro asked me to start working out with him. Right there, he told me a secret. Seriously? Jesus.
I'm sorry.
Sorry I lied to you. But why? Why now? Why are you telling me this all of a sudden?
Huh?
Because, I mean, you kept that secret all this time, right? If anyone found out, you would... You're right, but...
I want to change.
I wrap myself in lies. I'm weak. I want to destroy that version of me forever. His words were like a knife in my gut. I felt like he was exposing the lie I'd been living myself. I have to change. I don't want to be weak anymore. You're so strong. It can't hurt you, right? Whatever secret Monokuma might tell us.
You piece
So
of...
what? You're saying I should just say it? You're saying if I
What?
really am, I should just be able to tell
What?
everyone my secret? I was jealous. I was jealous of Chihiro's strength. He had the strength to face his own weakness, to try and overcome it. It was the kind of strength I'd never had. So I was jealous of him. And that jealousy broke me. You making fun of me? I'm strong? Are you fucking with me right now? I'm not making fun of you. You really are strong, Mondo. I felt I could hear something starting to creak. Something inside my head. What did you want me to do? What was I supposed to do? Was I supposed to just sit back, let my secret get revealed, and ruin everything?
What's wrong?
Why did you have to tell me all that? Are you trying to rub my failure in my face?
I just
I
wanted
just really
to...
admire you. I admire your strength.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
am strong. Strong. I'm strong. Strong, strong, strong. Stronger than you.
You son of
Stronger
a
than
bitch.
Daya. I don't remember anything after that. When I woke up again, he was laying at my feet, covered in blood. I had a dumbbell in my hand, and I was just staring at him, down on the ground.
I killed him. I killed Chihiro. Even after all this time, I'm still just as weak as I've always been. And thanks to that, I did something I can never take back.
Mondo. He was normally so aggressive, so angry. He hid that weak side away from everyone. That was his secret. A weakness like that lived in a heart like his, and it turned him cold-blooded. God damn it. Fuck you, Monokuma. Look at him, you see? You're all just like him. For a secret from the past, for a memory. For that, he killed another living human in cold blood. He couldn't cut free of his regrets from the outside world. He doesn't know what true strength is. Do you see hope anywhere in there? 'Cause I sure don't. You bastard! Shut up, you son of a bitch. Go ahead, say that again. I dare you. Okay, I'll say it as many times as I want, is what I want to say. But, unfortunately, I can't do that right now, because the time for punishing is so fast approaching. Punishing? You mean the execution? That's right, honesty, right? The lacking that disturbs the peace will be punished. Hold on.
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment.
Wait.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time.
I said wait.
Sorry, man. I couldn't keep the promise we made. From one man to another.
Oh. And now what? Mondo has been found guilty. Time for the punishment. What's it gonna be? It's gonna have something to do with motorcycles, obviously. Uh-oh. Huh. Oh no. What is that? I'm not sure. The Cage of Death. Oh no. Oh, this... It's going around and around in circles. And now it's electrified. Oh shit. But what, his body got vaporized? The fuck? That's messed up. Laugh at death and your soul will forever be at peace. One moment again. Sorry. It can't be. My brother. Another murder and another execution. I want to feel again. Everyone's lives are taken so lightly here. I feel like I might be going mad. Maybe I'll just let it happen. As Taka's sad screams invaded our skulls, we were each forced to realize once again. But he, of course, he had to. What a disappointment. This is the end of the game? Byakuya? Really insane, you know that? A game? One of our friends is dead, do you realize that?
Naturally.
Of course I do. Because this game is life or death.
Hey,
I don't have anything to say to you. I don't have a response except that I
however,
just don't understand why. Why did you go out of your way to disguise Mondo's crime?
What?
Why? Isn't it obvious? Because it made things more interesting. His voice was calm, emotionless, like the voice of death. It chilled me to the bone. Last night when the murder took place, I was in the library as usual. So
Honestly.
you ignored the nighttime rule too. That would never matter to me. I don't recall agreeing to it.
There is nothing to be
Don't really
done.
care. Please, continue. The night grew late and I decided to return to my room, which is when I stumbled upon him. I spotted Mondo coming out of the girl's locker room. After he'd gone, I looked inside and saw the corpse. Man, you actually witnessed the murder? He was such a fool. He didn't have the slightest idea that I'd seen him. So you're saying you knew who the culprit was from the very beginning? Indeed,
That's right.
That had been the end of it. How boring would that have been? I mean, what a waste of time to have the answer revealed right at the beginning. Which is why I decided to lend a little helping hand. I thought it would liven things up. You did all that to liven things up? Yep, Byakuya is a dick.
I
So after
see.
hearing about Genocide Jack from Toko, you decided to use that. Did you get the fake murder scene?
But
Damn, man, if we hadn't figured out who'd really done it, you would have been dead too, right? Well, obviously I would have revealed the truth before it reached that point. Of course. Byakuya turned and looked me in the eye. I feel his sharp eyes piercing into me. Thanks to a certain remarkable someone, it never did. I was able to perform an interesting experiment. Once I do decide to become
Interesting.
blackened, I now know who I'll have to watch out for. What? So that was your reason. Are you satisfied? Yes, we're
Indeed.
done listening to your story. Moving on. There's something
Hey.
I'd like to ask Monokuma.
What's this?
I'm up next!
You.
Like to perform these elaborate executions each time, correct? My question is why? Do you like them? But you know, this punishment, this despair, it's not just for you. All this punishment and all this despair is my gift to mankind itself.
What?
You're over-exaggerating. I am not over-exaggerating. These punishments are meant to transform all hope to despair.
Damn.
Mean? 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 Mean. Good grief, I don't understand why you have to pick apart every stupid little thing. Whatever, it doesn't matter. In the end, I'm going to stand alone as the victor, and then everything will be revealed to me. Of the noble son of a noble family. Truly, you understand me. I think this is the start of a terrifying friendship. Shut up. I would never stoop to the level of a childish criminal like you. Let me just say this. After I have achieved complete victory, you're up next. I'm going to find you and kill you. Understand? Insert Liam Neeson taken joke here.
In the name of my family.
For which victory is a foregone conclusion.
You're getting all
Woo,
riled
so
up.
cool. It's like you're the main character of a video game or something. No trash mob for you. I swear, whatever it takes, I will kill you. Temper, temper. Sounds like someone needs a nap. There we go. Monokuma's laughter peeled across our courtroom, and the curtain closed on the case of Chihiro and Mondo. But I knew that wasn't the end. The killing game would still continue, because the mastermind wouldn't let it end. For those of us who were still alive, our worst fear and despair kept on multiplying. It was the kind of despair that felt like a blind puppy in hell had more future than us. That's all this specific. All of our courage, our effort, our friendship, it felt like it amounted to nothing at all. It was the worst kind of despair. Oh.
Well, anyway, like I was saying, this is a pretty good spot. Yeah.
This is interesting.
A really good
This is
spot.
very interesting.
Anyway, isn't it amazing how that girl went and killed someone before things even had a chance to get boring? Once things really get moving, it'll be like a roller coaster.
That girl killed
there
someone.
Won't be any stopping it. Fear and despair charge forward at a speed nothing can hope to match. But I must admit, I'm disappointed. I went to all the pain and effort of making you part of the group, and you couldn't play your part.
Who?
You do remember you were supposed to make the first
Who
move,
is it?
right? Well, no biggie. Nothing we can do about it now. So just do your best to
So
make
someone
things more
is connected to
exciting from
Monokuma.
now on, okay? After all, that's what everyone wants to see.
There's one thing I'd like to ask you.
As long as you don't want to know my measurements, fire away.
Who is it? The 16th high school student, I mean.
Ooh, my, you really took me by surprise there.
Someone's hiding on like the 3rd floor.
I know I said you could ask anything, but super denied, ultra denied, demonic denied. Because you see, that's my ace in the hole. And nobody'd be dumb enough to reveal that, right? No matter how close they were to their friend.
So who's he talking to? So someone in the group works for Monokuma. Boy's Life of Despair. The end. 10 students left alive. To be continued. And that, as well, is where I leave you. Oh, wait. Crazy diamond present. That sucks. Yes. Save the data. Sniff. Sniff. Who are you?
I know I shouldn't cry, but I've had enough. I can't take it anymore. Getting out of here anytime soon. It's impossible. I can't let myself think about how much I want to get out of here. If I keep thinking like that, I might decide to.
Donuts. I need to eat some donuts. That'll cheer me up. The fuck is going on? So now we glazed donuts, twisty donuts, jelly donuts, cream-filled donuts, donut holes, masaladas. I'm not sure of them.
Okay.
Oh god, donuts, I'm praying for a wonderful encounter. So now we're playing as Hina? Sorry. Please forgive me for breaking the nighttime rule. I don't know how long this is gonna go, this little adventure. So I'm just gonna leave it right here. It's a bit of an odd spot, I know, but that trial took a long time. I think it might have even taken longer than the first one did. I don't know, you'll have to hold me to that. But yeah, holy shit. These trials are crazy, because it's like, I always think I know what's going on when we go into them, but, oh shit, I bumped the buttons on the remote that's sitting next to me again. Okay, what? But right now for me, donuts are absolutely necessary. Okay, whatever. Sorry. Okay, now I have to keep going. What's that sound? It sounds like it's coming from the bathhouse. The heck? I'm super scared, but... Is someone there? What the absolute hell? Next Generation Legends. Stand tall, Galactic Hero. Daily Life. Chapter 3. The morning after the conclusion of the second class trial. Okay, everyone met up in the dining hall, just like always. This is where I'm gonna leave it. I have to stop pressing the buttons on that controller that's right next to me. Also, what the fuck was that? It looked like there was like a green glowing apparition of Chihiro's face. No idea. Anyway, I was saying, the trials. I go in and I think I know what's going on, and then every single time there's a crazy swerve about what happened. We think it's going to be Genocide Jack / Toko. That, or possibly a little bit further in, we think it's going to be Byakuya. But then it keeps going and it's Mondo, and it's someone I never suspected, and it's crazy. It's awesome. Yeah, the trials are great. But yeah, trials are also freaking long. So I'm gonna leave this video here. I hope you enjoyed. I'm messing up my outro. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching, and I hope you all have a very nice day. Thank you again, and goodbye. We'll pick up right here next time.